Today we're getting busy with Stizzy. You know, it's funny how success can bring out the best in people, but it can also bring out the lawsuits. Take Stizzy, for example. If you've ever dabbled in California's cannabis market, you've probably heard of them. They're that brand with the sleek designs and trendy appeal that's dominated the cannabis vape scene for the past 15 months. They've got 34 retail locations, and they've somehow managed to capture the loyalty of the young and fashionable crowd. But with success comes scrutiny, and right now Stizzy is under a microscope. Let's dig in with the basics. Stizzy is facing a slew of legal challenges, and we're not just talking about a few disgruntled customers. These accusations range from overstating THC content in their products to selling cannabis across state lines, and even distributing products contaminated with dangerous pesticides. It doesn't stop there. They're also accused of operating illegal cannabis shops across California, and that's a pretty hefty list of allegations for any company, let alone one that's become synonymous with cannabis in the Golden State. But here's where it gets interesting. Stizzy's spokesperson, Christina Alford, comes out swinging in defense of the company. She argues that Stizzy's success has made it an easy target for lawsuits. She says Stizzy is one of the best-known companies in the industry, but that also makes us an easy target in some people's minds for lawsuits. We're proud of our operation, and that when the public thinks of cannabis, they think of us. Now, it's a classic case of you can't make omelets without breaking a few eggs, but the question is, how many eggs are being broken here? One of the most serious charges against Stizzy is the allegation of illegal cannabis sales. According to a December 2023 investigation by the Los Angeles Times, Tony Hyung, one of Stizzy's co-founders, was allegedly involved in a vast operation to sell cannabis illegally across multiple locations. The Los Angeles City's Attorney's Office claims that Hyung and others used a shell company to hide their involvement in these activities, and they were even slapped with a $1 million civil penalty. But Stizzy, for its part, denies any direct involvement. The response from the cannabis business community has been less sympathetic. Jared Kelo, president of the United Cannabis Business Association, didn't mince words. He accused Stizzy of undermining the legal cannabis market by profiting from illegal sales. Cole went on to say that 67 of the association's members have stopped selling Stizzy products in protest. Yet, despite this backlash, Stizzy's revenue doesn't seem to have taken much of a hit. And then there's the class action lawsuits. Those are just about the company misrepresenting THC levels in its products. One lawsuit involves a Marin County teenager who claims that Stizzy's high THC products led to his cannabis-induced psychosis. Stizzy naturally denies these allegations, calling them false and inflammatory. Legal experts are weighing in, and the opinions vary. Some suggest that while lawsuits could be a headache for Stizzy, that they may not be fatal. Justin Brandt, he's an attorney with experience in the cannabis industry, pointed out that Stizzy's size makes it a bigger target, but that size might also help it weather the storm. On the other hand, Laura Bianchi, another legal expert, warned that Stizzy's trouble could mirror the downfall of other big names in the California cannabis industry. She said a lot of big names that started in California, everyone thought were going to be huge, and a lot of them have crumbled. So what does that leave Stizzy? They're still a major player in California's cannabis market, no doubt. Their ability to navigate these legal challenges will be crucial in determining whether they can maintain their position or if they'll join the ranks of the other once prominent brands that couldn't withstand the pressure. Time will only tell if Stizzy can keep their sparkle or if these legal troubles will dim their shine. I'm Stone Slade, reporting for the High at 9 News.
So,
right.
I mean, I don't see how any retailer makes it without having Stizzy on their shelf. I know a number of retailers that have Stizzy on their shelf, and Stizzy accounts for anywhere from 5 to 10% of their entire retail sales throughout a month. And so you need retails want Stizzy on the shelf because people, if they can't buy them in your store, they're just going to go to some other store and buy them, and then you're going to lose the sale and lose anything else that those people are going to buy because they're running and hunting for Stizzy.
What percent though? I'm going to question that. What percent of people are that brand loyal that they won't just buy another product?
You would be surprised, bro. You would be surprised because I've been out of Stizzy and I've witnessed it myself when people are like, "Oh, do you have the Stizzy pods?" Da 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 da, and then you're out of them. They're like, "Oh, well, I'll be back when you guys have them back in."
Well, here's the tough thing. The people have already bought the Stiiizy battery. They already have the Stiiizy battery, so what are they going to stick in their Stiiizy battery? It's got to be a freaking Stiiizy pod, right? So, I mean, I think that, and I also think it's funny that Stone said size matters, and also that they are the largest brand in California, and we still don't know to pronounce them Stiiizy, which is crazy. They're doing bud tender trainings now and starting their bud tender training by explaining it's pronounced Stiiizy, which is a culture nod. So
Stiiizy.
Like the Stiiizy.
Stone, it's just like the Power Rangers. I don't think Jason would remember that one.
Yeah, they told me they told me that it's pronounced either way, but the corporate guys like to call it Steezy and others call it Stizzy.
Look at that's why.
I mean, the
that's why
owner
Jenny Beth knows
said
it.
in a whole article that they named it Stiiizy. That's why the 3 eyes are Stiiizy, and he explained what the nod was because, like, oh, that's Stiiizy, man, used to be like a really cool term or whatever. So that's why it's called Stiiizy. I know that you and Jason are quite a bit older than myself and Sohum, but we remember.
Yeah, I remember Steezy, but they had the Easies. The E was
I will say, like, they fucked up by putting the eyes in there, and now they got to live with Stizzy, I guess.
Literally.
So would you rather get busy with Stizzy, or would you rather be easy with Steezy?
Oh,
well,
like
just because they're a big, profitable company doesn't mean they get to avoid the rules and regulations and laws.
That's fair.
If there's even part of what they're accused of, they've done, and their license is in jeopardy in the state of California. Some of them may be looking at some jail time. And Elliot Lewis is blowing up this shit of contaminated vapes right now. And unless they can come forward and show that their vapes aren't contaminated, I mean, their market share is in jeopardy without litigation, because there's people doing some heinous shit with growing pot right now, and it's making its way in the industry. And if the contaminated pesticide's not on the list, doesn't mean it's safe for people to use. So this story's not over yet, and they should not get a pass because they're big if they're selling contaminated products or if they're leaking it out to the black market.
You know what they should do? They should spend some big money on a fucking compliance consultant, because that sounds like it would help a lot of their issues. Also, call me. No, like, seriously, they are not too big to fail. No one's too big to fail, but I think that it would be a freaking shame for them to have all this money and all this success and have all these issues. Honestly, have all these issues and not spend as much money addressing them. The fact that they didn't know that the SF Gate put that article out until I read it on this show is concerning. Your spokesperson and your freaking PR person should have been all fucking over that, considering you already sent a cease and desist to the LA Times about the same freaking article. You can't slip on these things. They are huge. They've built an amazing fucking brand. Don't ruin it by having the wrong people in the wrong positions. Now I'm going to get a bunch of hate, but I don't care.
Well,
all of these cases are civil, though, right? None of these yet. Even the case about them allegedly diverting product, that's all civil, right?
That was not. No. The one that was not civil was the one about the illicit shops, because allegedly their same attorneys defended the operators as well as the landlord. I don't know. None of my business. Get your bread.
And shout out to Catalyst CEO, Mr. Elliot Lewis, Mr. Weed for the People. And they are just releasing their Category 4 self-testing of their brands. And I saw that they just released their stickers the other day that go on these little vape products that have passed what they are calling Category 4 testing. And quick question for you, Stone. When you were reading your article, I noticed you used the word customers, but right before you started to say custies. Did you mean to say custies, or was that just a slip up?
Yeah. We'll have to play the tape back. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
I thought he said crusties.
He said custies and then quickly flipped it to customers.
I just want to mark just one observation. I think it's kind of sad that 2 of the most prominent, visible, and respected and well-built brands of our industry are under heavy attack for allegations. We keep on seeing, Cookies and Stizzy or Steezy, however you pronounce it. We keep on seeing them on the wrong side of these articles. I just want to say that's sad. I hope both of them get their shit together, because they were at the forefront of this shit, man. And like Jenny said, they've built amazing brands, and I hope that they do get their shit together and that they survive this shit. So.
And whether you like Stiiizy, whether you like Cookies, whether you like any of these brands or not, whether you think their product shit, whatever you think, you can't deny that they built a huge fucking brand and a huge presence and have it's a large company. They've done a good job. Whether you like them or not, you can't deny that they've done a great job building this brand.
And on that, we're going to go to a commercial, and we're going to be right back.